Bible?
Don't buy it. Yes, the Bible. The Bible company survived thanks to hotels and churches that buy Bibles and give it to some of their as gifts. For example, I own an Anglican Bible, a Bible from the Anglican Church, which is a King James version. But then I also own a Bible from the Methodist Church that's a Revised Standard Version. But you know what? Both were given free. I didn't buy them. What is the best sold material in the world? Ken? Steve? Karen? Nope.
Sci-fi?
Nope.
Pornography?
Yes. Yes, Karen.
There you
Nothing beats pornography. Nothing. So what Gary Jennings did was to combine history with pornography. I mean, he made a wonderful book, and that's why I want you to buy it and read it. It's not a boring book. In fact, there are some parts that go, wait. I can still stay up 15 more minutes. I can still be up 15 more minutes. It's a wonderful book, and the writer is Gary Jennings. Gary Jennings also wrote the book called Marco Polo. I didn't like that much as the way I like Aztec. Now, in his book, his main character is called Meetsley. And Meetsley is a short-sighted Aztec. So Meetsley cannot go to a regular school like all the Aztec kids because he has a physical deficiency. And Meetsley will be used as cannon bait during one of the Florida Wars. But being in combat, being short-sighted doesn't make you stupid, right? So Meetsley take his tomahawk and he just swing that bug in the middle of combat, man. Doesn't want to be hit, but he doesn't want to hit anybody either. So he accidentally hit the enemy leader that's behind him. So Meetsley goes up in rank. Being up in rank, he is able to talk to a merchant that tells him, you know what, if you could only go far enough to the south, that's Mexico City, to the south, around Guatemalan area here, you will meet a group of people that are cutting rocks so you can put in front of your eyes so you can see well. So when I read this interpretation. Well, my first idea was that Gary Jennings was smoking cannabis, you know. Sprayed with Gramaxone by the army, you know.
Yeah.
And that was the side effect of the herbicide. Senores, today we're for sure that what they found with that quartz skull were some pieces of quartz rock that are cut to an angle that will magnify light. Okay, how many of you saw Robin Hood with Kevin Costner?
Yeah.
Remember he goes back to England with the Moor? The Moor goes, they hear horses coming, they're still on Marian's fence.
Yes.
And then the Moor goes into his bag, he takes 2 pieces of glass out, he wrapped them up with a piece of leather, he looked through it and he told Robin, there are men coming. Do you remember what Robin did when he saw them? He freaked out, took his sword out and wanted to chop these lads that were far away. Remember? Miles away. Then the Moor says, I do not understand how ignorant people like you are trying to conquer the Holy Land. Senores, BBC Discovery Channel recently published some tapes called Voices of Yesterday. Those tapes are dedicated to India, China, and the Arabs. And those tapes prove to us that Chinese, Arabs, and the people of India were using telescopes over 1,000 years before the birth of Galilei. Again, it's who writes history. You saw the van going that way? I want you to know that Chichen is divided in 3. 1, 2, 3. We're in the middle. I'm going to spend mostly all our time in the middle. In the front, everything is fixed. You don't need a guide here. All you need to do is climb the big bugger and that's it. Here is where all the work is. You will see that the groups come after us and will leave before us. You can see my colleague that met us on the way down, he's already leaving too. That's how we do it. Back there, Steve, when you come back, and sometime in the future we have to go back there when it's open for tourists. That's where all the phallic symbols are, enormous penises and all that stuff. The real pornography of Chichen Itza will be in that part. And this is the guy that cleans the heads of them.
For Pete's sakes, tell them the truth.
That's what I'm doing. Leave it to la cabeza de los padres.
Sacrifice him.
Now, how is it divided? I mean,
No, there were different periods of time of construction.
I see, okay. So when was the phallic time?
Okay. 400, it was built. 900, a phenomenon. Chichen was conquered.
By trees?
Chichen was conquered by a group that came from the central part of Mexico called the Mexicans. Most of the books say the Toltecs. How do you know it was the Toltecs? Could have been the Toltec neighbors. They had the same costumes, same language, same behaviors. So I would say the Mexicans, a group from the central part of Mexico. So Chichen was no longer Maya. Now Chichen is a combination of Maya and influence of the central part of Mexico. So everything changed. Of course, you will see the changes in a few minutes. Okay? Bien.